Oh, that animation. That's actually kind of cool, actually. Wait, does it flash when it's full charge? That is actually kind of cool. Holy. Wait, that is... Oh my god. They force you to full charge. Yeah, her kit does seem like it does force full charge. Alright, so let's talk about the kit, right? Alright, we got the attacker here, boys. Alright, here we go. But attacker, rocket launcher, burst skill, fire, burst skill 3, fire. So there is a possibility that you can run both of them together, both A2B and A2, because both fire, right? But the thing is, this is a rocket launcher, so it would be ideal against enemies that has multiple parts. Meanwhile, you have 2B, which is assault rifle, and typically assault rifles are better on core shots instead. So rocket launchers are typically better with units that are multiple parts. So there might be some conflict, and maybe instead, maybe you would go Alice and A2, and then the other one would be 2B and Modernia. So that could be like a possible combination instead. Activates when using burst skill, affects self, charge damage greater than 110%. Assuming that she's a rocket launcher that is at 250, it pushes it to 360%, which is pretty much roughly a 1/3 plus or minus damage increase. So actually, okay. So you can get an additional 33% damage increase with this, up to, assuming that, yeah, the charge damage. And then we have, you can tell they definitely made sure to do a full charge on this. Affects target. When hitting target with full charge, it's 30% additional final attack. And they named it slow charge attack. Damage to parts 40%, hitting targets with full charge. That might actually be good. Even though it's only 3 seconds, but if you can consistently do like additional 40% damage, and it depends on how many parts the boss has, and not to mention there is an explosion radius here that increases for 15 seconds, but actually that's only when she's bursting too. The main issue with rocket launcher really is not really that rocket launchers are bad. It's just that there's not really a lot of content where you can really fully take advantage of them, just because of how the fight goes. It's either like the parts die fast, that like rocket launchers end up being kind of useless, because in the situations where the parts die fast, you're not really taking advantage of being a rocket launcher after those parts are dead, right? And so you want like a fight where either they have like an infinite health on the multiple parts. Yeah, unbreakable boss part would be like, yeah, really what's holding rocket launchers back, because they are really strong. It just, there's not a lot of content that like really helps them. In the most recent Union raid, there are the parts, the one that has parts, it's like they don't respawn, or the only one that has respawn is Land Eater, like constantly respawn, right? So essentially like it's effectively like for 2/3 of the fight you have Land Eater, you can just keep attacking parts for Land Eater. but the downside on it is you get more points by destroying the parts faster. So it, yeah, I don't know how they're they need more bosses that will really like support rocket launchers. That's really about it. But granted, they are fire, but I could see them being like really useful just because of their typing. If the boss, just as long as it really has more parts, that's kind of like the important thing on it. But yeah, you can tell that they went with full charge design on this because they're like, oh well, don't let people. I can really feel that they're gonna constantly design future sniper rifles and rocket launchers with full charge at this point. Yeah. Yeah, they're just gonna constantly design it. It's like, yeah, you want a quick fire? No, you better just build units with charge speed. That's what they're gonna do. So which brings us to the next point: burst mode B, cooldown 40 seconds because it's burst 3 attacker. But whenever you're on mode B, own HP decreases every second while attack and charge speed increase. So this is the effect 1, 2, and 3. So you have, so your HP is going down essentially 4% every second, every 1 second, and then your attack is increased by 15%, and charge speed is 35.88. So it is giving you some improvement. It's not, I'm pretty sure they're trying to avoid also the 100% charge speed Alice situation, I feel like. But then once your HP below 40%, then your mode B is deactivated. So once it's deactivated, that means you don't have any more attack and charge speed. So actually, I initially thought that mass would have been good, but then mass doesn't really increase your current HP, so you're gonna be dipped down anyways. Your current HP in relation to max HP will go down, so it's actually gonna probably deactivate immediately. So not mass in this situation for her, but probably heal over time. Actually, wait, yes. So you actually would want heal over time, and if you can constantly heal her, you could essentially unlimited, like in theoretical sense, if you have like really strong heal, you could essentially have unlimited like mode B bunnies. And this is actually gonna make sure that you can actually invest on bunnies like skill 2 for healing. So people were saying S Mary, like why would you nerf like everything else, right? Like there's really, because damage to parts, so it's like it's gonna be parts focused, so you're either gonna benefit with litter, which has high attack buff because she doesn't have any other attack buffs here, or just be a part specialist along with Dorothy, right? So you're like, why are you trying to gimp yourself with other burst 1 damage right now, right? Like I think they're focused too much on keeping this, but then like what about your everything else, right? A2 Rapunzel combo, I don't know. I think you probably would want to run her with another fire DPS, because like if there's multiple parts, I could see Alice and her being used a lot. So because yeah, you got to think about it, like what kind of boss, what kind of units do you want to use against a boss that has multiple parts? And I could see Alice alongside with here, or and yeah, maybe Alice, Bunny Girls, Litter, Dorothy. Actually, Dorothy with Bunny Girls might be nerfed, so then I would go with Litter, Bunny Girls, Alice. I could see that. instead. Yeah, so I see this one is actually interesting, and you might actually you know, I think people can get pretty creative on this. We can also see on that one, because yeah, people could get creative on this one, because you're gonna stay on mode B as long as you want, as long as you can keep healing for sure. Yeah, right, like that would be very interesting. I actually can't wait for this, because there is a lot of potential on this, and we'll see if you can kind of mix like a proper team on this. Heal Pascal, time for that robusty build. And then there are some people who have concern about actually, like, it might actually be worse to get duplicates, because getting more duplicates on her will get her HP higher. But then the thing is, this is based on current HP, so you might actually want just one copy with her without actually limit breaking her. It might be one of those where people are gonna say, oh, you break your unit because because you increased her limit break. Actually, yeah, I would 100%, if that's the case on this chat, that's the play. Finally, a pretty cheap unit. Yeah, we need to find that sweet spot, or you can just don't worry about that sweet spot, like, because like I mean, I'd be worried about just like, oh man, I MLB'd this unit. Well, shoot, yeah, you don't want limit break, any limit break, no OL gear. That's a tough one, because like you still want her attack to scale properly. No, you want overload. Why would you not want overload? There's like attack percentage there, and elemental damage, and like charge speed, and like charge damage, and then no, you still would want overload, but maybe no pluses. Maybe. OL on boots and armor. That's again, I think you're missing out, because like attack percentage, yeah, there might be attack percentage or something, right? I think you're probably missing the point. What you need is just a better healer, and I think this is probably one of the rare scenarios where it would actually benefit us to level up our healer's heal. Because most of the time, a lot of you guys know who I'm talking to, right? You guys have had healers, but they are just like 444, like their skills are just level 4. So it actually might benefit you. But what you need is a constant throughput healer. And maybe I could see the argument of Summer Mary that like people are saying. I could see that actually. So, in any case, I think I'll probably get at least one copy, and I'm gonna be debating whether I need multiple copies or just MLB, just out of like principle. I'm gonna have to decide on this one. yeah. Anyways, chat, this is another unit that is actually pretty interesting, and we might actually be able to. This is probably the most interesting part on it, the burst skill. One copy is well as MLB, right? True. Yeah. Cheap. Yeah, we'll just I guess we'll just test again. But oh man, like parts, dealing with parts and testing and stuff like that. Oh well, you know. Yeah, we'll just test again. But so far, I can like my gears are turning in my brain right now. Like it's actually pretty interesting how we can see how she's gonna play out.